The sound of heavy gates creaked open, echoing through the silent estate. Thunder rumbled in the distance. A black car slowly entered the compound. The tires stopped. Silence. The door opened. And the moment his foot touched the ground, everything changed. Workers froze instantly. Whispers spread in hushed tones. "He's here." No one looked up. No one dared. Because the man standing there was not just a man. They called him the Beast. Inside the mansion, the air felt heavy. Every step he took echoed through the long halls. Slow. Measured. Powerful. Workers immediately lowered their heads as he passed. No one spoke. No one dared. Even the smallest movement felt dangerous. He didn't look at anyone. He didn't need to. At the top floor, he stood by the window. The city stretched beneath him. Alive. Busy. But far away. Behind him, his secretary approached carefully. "Sir, the board members are waiting." A pause. The Beast didn't turn. "They can continue waiting." The secretary bowed slightly. "Yes, sir." Because when he spoke, there was no argument. Across the city, a different world existed. A young woman stood quietly at a bus stop. The wind gently moved her hair. People passed by. Cars drove past. But she stood still. Calm on the outside. But her eyes told another story. Her phone rang. She looked at it. Paused. Then answered. "Yes." A short silence. "I understand." She lowered the phone. For a brief moment, her calm expression cracked slightly. Because something was about to change her life. Back at the mansion, the Beast descended the stairs. Each step echoed. Workers immediately froze again. One of them accidentally dropped a tray, clang. The sound shattered the silence. Everyone flinched. I'm sorry, sir," the worker trembled, head lowered. The Beast stopped. Silence filled the room. No anger. No shouting. Just quiet control. "Then, clean it." His voice was calm. Low. But heavy enough to silence the entire room. The worker quickly knelt and began cleaning. Because in this house, mistakes were not easily forgiven. Inside the boardroom. A long table. Powerful men sat around it. Waiting. The Beast entered. Immediately, everyone stood slightly in respect. One man spoke carefully, "Sir, regarding the expansion proposal, no, sharp. Instant. Final." Silence fell over the room. Another man tried again, "But this could increase our influence." The Beast turned his gaze toward him. Just one look. The man stopped speaking immediately. "I apologize." Because here, he controlled everything. Elsewhere. A car arrived. The young woman stepped out. She looked up at the mansion. Tall. Silent. Intimidating. For a moment, she didn't move. Then, she took a step forward. And another. Slow. Steady. Unafraid. Workers outside noticed her immediately. "Who is she?" "She's walking in, does she know where she is?" No one just walks into that house, but she didn't stop. She kept walking. As she reached the front doors, the atmosphere grew heavier. The silence thicker. The tension stronger. Then, if you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because what happens next will change everything. The doors opened. Inside, the Beast stood at the far end of the hall. Still. Watching. Unmoving. Dangerous. For the first time, someone walked toward him without fear. She didn't hesitate. She didn't look down. She walked straight toward him. Each step echoed loudly in the silent hall. The closer she got, the heavier the air became. Workers watched in shock. No one had ever done this before. She stopped a few steps away. Everyone was watching. Waiting. Afraid. She spoke calmly, "So you're the one they call the beast." A whisper spread through the room. No one had ever spoken to him like that. Not without fear. The room felt frozen. But she stood her ground. The beast's eyes darkened slightly. He stepped forward. Closer. Leave. One word. Cold. Final. But she didn't move. Instead, she met his gaze. "And if I don't?" Silence. The entire room froze. Even breathing felt dangerous. The beast stepped closer. Now standing directly in front of her. Too close. Too intense. Too dangerous. Everyone held their breath. Then, he slowly raised his hand. And gently, moved a strand of hair from her face. The room fell completely silent. Because in that moment, something changed. Then he asked quietly, "Why are you not afraid of me?" And for the first time, someone didn't run. She didn't fear him. She only looked at him, like she saw something others never did. And that was the beginning of everything.